to click that right now. And I just want to welcome you all tonight. I'm going to actually mute the people here really quick. Okay. Mary, I'll mute you just for now. Okay. Okay. So hi guys, I'm Phyllis Anderson. I'm currently a Senior Ruby Ambassador, pushing really hard this month. Oh, let's see who's coming on. Pushing really hard this month for Emerald. So I'll talk a little bit about that in the very end and what that means. But I just wanted to, for the new people here, I'm a nurse of over 19 years. I started Plexus last June 1st. So I've been doing the products for almost 10 months now. And what they have done for me is, let me see, why am I not getting, hang on. There we go. What they've done for me is they have given me my life back. And I think a lot of you guys could agree with me when I say that in so many ways. I suffered from some unexplained weight gain. I had sadness, anxiety. I worked out like crazy and couldn't lose that weight. I wasn't sleeping well. I was constipated, definitely some stomach issues. I'd go to bed with reflux and, nausea, sometimes stomach pain, and enter Plexus. So just to shorten that story a little bit, I was having really horrible hot flashes. All of those things have definitely resolved for me. So you're going to hear some stories tonight of another testimony. You're going to hear some product information, and then I'll give a little bit of training in the end. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce, she's my Aunt Mary. She's here tonight to talk to us about a product, one of her faves. And so I'll just let you take it from here, Mary. I'll unmute you. There you go.
Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Mary, and I'm from Northern California. And Phyllis is my niece, and she introduced me to these products about 5 months ago. And just like she said that they changed her life, they have definitely changed my life as well. So I am going to talk about a favorite product, and it's hard to choose for me because they all work together so well that it's hard to separate out one from another. But I do want to talk about the BioCleanse. You guys can see that tonight, because I have just learned so much recently about magnesium and how important it is for our system. Now I have been just on a roll the last couple of months, just how important the ProBio 5 is, and loving how that just gets rid of that extra candida that we have in our system, breaks it open, and but then we have to eliminate it. And so looking at this BioCleanse, I always just thought of it, that helps us eliminate. But in looking at the magnesium, and I know in our BioCleanse, it's not just a magnesium supplement, which is what I love about it. It also has vitamin C, sodium bicarbonate, and the bioflavonoid complex. It's totally vegetarian and non-GMO. It not only does the cleanse, a very gentle cleanse, but it oxygenates our entire body. And that's just so important because then that helps us to be resistant to disease. It helps us to burn fat, and it promotes collagen production. And for me, oh my gosh, just the the skin, the difference in my skin is just amazing. And I've had people say things to me about that, about how much my skin is just glowing. And it doesn't happen overnight. I always tell people these products have to have time and consistency, get in our system every day, which is, when I started this on November 1st, I have not missed a day with my BioCleanse, with any of my products, but really totally have my BioCleanse every single day. And so just a little bit about me. I was always constipated, and I mean, sometimes it was once or twice a week that I would go to the bathroom. skipped a lot of days, strained. It was just not good. And I was very bloated. I was so bloated that my 8-year-old grandson, very lovingly, but he did say, Nani, you look like you're going to have another baby. And that was like, oh my gosh, he was so right. When I took my before picture, that's really what I looked like back in November. And that bloating has gone away. The BioCleanse really helps to get rid of that bloat. It also helps with muscle cramps. I was waking up in the middle of the night before I started the BioCleanse. The leg cramps would actually wake me up, and I would jump out of bed and have to walk around to try to get rid of these leg cramps. And I had no idea that that was magnesium deficiency, but that is one of the telltale signs that you're deficient, is having muscle cramps, muscle tension. Those are signs that you have magnesium deficiency. So since I take my BioCleanse, I have that gentle cleanse. I'm never straining. I get rid of those toxins every single day. I have no bloating, and I have not had leg cramps at all, not one time since I started this. So that's it. That's about it for me for the BioCleanse.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mary. I'll just have you mute yourself if you don't mind. And I just want to add on to what she had to say about the BioCleanse is that, this seems to be the biggest mystery when we're helping people get started, right? Because we have this little bottle of BioCleanse, and on the bottle it says take it twice a day. Well, that's just a suggestion, and that's really what we're here for as sponsors, right? We're going to help each individual person find the sweet spot for them with the BioCleanse. So let's just talk dosing of BioCleanse for a second. So say you're a person that goes to the bathroom more than 4 times a day, maybe even, more than 3 times a day. You may start out on 1 to 2 BioCleanse. Somebody like Mary, I would say, if she was she is under me, she's my level 1, to get her started, it would be more like, okay, you're going to do 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Somebody's like really extremely constipated, despite going to 2 and 2 like that, they can go all the way up to 6 capsules a day. So it would be 3 in the morning, 3 at night. You could do 4 in the evening, 2 in the morning. You can really split it up and play with that a little bit. The best way to take BioCleanse is on an empty stomach. So what does that mean? People are like, tell me what empty stomach means. So empty stomach is 1.5 hours, 1 to 1.5 hours after you eat, to like 30 minutes before a meal. Because generally before you eat, your tummy's going to be empty. So you can do your BioCleanse anytime in there. You can take it with your Slim in the morning. You can take it before 30 minutes before breakfast. You can take it before lunch, somewhere in between breakfast and lunch, between lunch and dinner. So it's super flexible. I tend to take mine at bedtime with my ProBio 5. And I know that's not the perfect way to do it, but sometimes it's just the only time I can remember to get everything in. And so best way to take BioCleanse is an hour apart from your ProBio 5. If you listen to the scientists, they'll say, separate it by about an hour. So if you can do your BioCleanse like 30 minutes before dinner, perfect. That actually may help you have a smooth movement after dinner. So our body has a gastrocolic reflex where when we eat, we're supposed to eliminate. And for me, that was not happening. That was like lucky 1 time a day. So same thing for me, Mary. Like she said, the bloat, the big swollen belly by the end of a 12-hour shift in the ER would come home and I would feel pregnant. And I've been pregnant 3 times, so I can tell you that I felt very pregnant. And so anyway, after BioCleanse, no, my tummy's nice and flat. I don't have that reflux disease anymore, that the acid in my throat. I don't have the gassiness all day long and or the discomfort or nausea. So, you definitely want to be eliminating. So thank you so much for that, Mary. I have another special guest here today, and that's Sandy Springer. This is my friend from way back when at Eisenhower Emergency Department. And I am excited to let you listen to her testimony. And then she has some news about a special event that she just hosted. So when we talk about sharing the supplements, like I feel like these supplements were meant to be shared, right? If you feel this good and it's making such a difference in your life, like just organically you want to share. But Sandy was approached to do something really special. So I'm going to let her take it from here.
Hello, everyone. So yes, Phyllis and I worked way back, so that makes me really old. I'm a retired ER nurse. I worked for over 40 years. Been married almost 42, well, almost 43 years now. I have 2 kids. They're both adults. One grandson, 1 grandpuppy, and let me see, I think 5 grandkitties. Since Phyllis was on Facebook in June, we had just returned from our vacation, and I was feeling very fat, and my golf clothes weren't fitting real well. And here's Phyllis on Facebook and talking about this weight loss and this and that and the other thing. And I thought, okay, what I remember of Phyllis, she was this teeny little thing running around the ER. She was always training for marathons, and it was like, seriously? So you know what? I text her and I said, give me your phone number. So I called her up. I said, what is going on? So she tells me her whole story and how she had gained 15 pounds and she couldn't get rid of it and all this stuff, and woe is me. But anyway, she starts talking about Plexus, and it's like, okay, this is totally over my head, whatever. But you know what? If it's working for you, I'll believe you. I'm in. So I got off the phone, I told my husband about it, and he said, sure, why not? So we said, okay. So I called her back up and we signed up. So we started then like the end of June. And since then, I have lost almost 30 pounds. I'm down like 3 sizes, inches everywhere. Like Mary, like Phyllis, I'm finally regular. Another thing, when I was working, I could go to bed and fall asleep and sleep all night and go to work and work 12 hours and do the same thing. Well, since being retired for the last 4 years, I would fall asleep for a half hour and then I would wake up and I'd be awake for 2 hours and could not get back to sleep. Well, since doing Plexus, that's the thing of the past. Now I can sleep. I can honestly say I have absolutely no sugar cravings. There was a bowl of Werther's candies on our counter from day one, and I did not touch one of those. I have candy in my cupboard that I bought at Walmart when it was $1 a bag, and it's still sitting in there. Now I did notice my husband was in it, so he still will love to eat. But I didn't even bake at Christmas because it was like, well, who's gonna eat it? I couldn't even look at it. So anyway, and then, I mean, I was a chocoholic, and chocolate is a thing of the past, but, you know, I think like Mary was talking, that's, you know, part of the magnesium deficiency is you crave chocolate. Definitely have more energy. Do I feel tired? Yeah, I do feel tired, but I keep going. So it's not like I have to sit down and do nothing. It's just like, yeah, I'm tired, but, you know, you just keep going. I had blood work done a couple weeks ago. I'm on a thyroid medicine and a cholesterol pill, and they're just now starting weaning me off my thyroid pill, so that's pretty cool. And I thought the last time she said I could do like every other day on my cholesterol, and I'll probably do that closer to the time when I have my blood work redone again, because that'll make more sense. Like I said, I'm retired, and since being retired, we golf every single day except for Mondays because they're not open. Involved in lots of ladies groups, you know, with golfing, team golf, all that kind of stuff. And besides that, I really wasn't doing much else besides playing computer games. So Plexus kind of has given me a new purpose, and it's just kind of fun helping others. I had a lady this weekend that called me, and she was on like 9 different medicines. Well, so I got her med list, and, you know, just researching all of her medicines. Is there any interaction between, you know, the triplex and all that kind of stuff? So, you know, I had another lady that she actually was on a ton of supplements. And so she gave me her whole list, and she wanted to know what compared to Plexus. So that was really fun to match, you know, and then to find out what the heck she was taking some of this stuff for. I mean, some of the stuff we used to give people in the ER to detox them from poisons, and I'm going, what is this? Well, if I want to drink a glass of wine, so I want to detox my liver. I was like, okay, I think we can do this a little better. So anyway, that's kind of my story. So the other thing that Phyllis wanted me to talk about is I was invited, a friend of mine was having a network marketing open house. And so she had sent out an email just inviting me to her open house. And so then she called me up and she said, maybe you'd want to bring your Plexus and, you know, you could show Plexus. And I said, and talk about it. But she said, it's not going to be salesy, no big presentation, and, you know, no push to sell anything. And I went, okay, all right. So, you know, I thought about it, and then I called her up and I said, so what all are you doing? What's happening? Well, she had bought a whole kit of like jewelry, and it's really cool stuff, and we should have a party about that stuff. It's this snap-on stuff. Well, anyway, so she displayed her jewelry. Her son he does hair, he does facials, all this kind of stuff, massage. Anyway, so he set up his facial stuff. Then there was another lady that was doing like bras, but they aren't really bras, but they're kind of cool stuff. And then her daughter had makeup that they actually compound. And then there was a girl with Italian purses. So that's what was in the group. And then she had wine, she had champagne, she had punch, you know, food. I mean, I sat in the kitchen where my display was, and it was all next to cupcakes and candy and all that stuff and cookies that they made, and I didn't have any of it because it was like, okay, where's the cheese? I need some cheese. But so anyway, through this, then I made a PowerPoint on my computer, and so it lasted, I think, about 6 minutes when we did the transitions and stuff. So I used before and after pictures, and I wrote little stories. So Phyllis was one of my models. My sister, my mom, my grandson was showing the kids X Factor vitamin. I had Emily Gibson's, her face, you know, that picture we've seen of her 24 months of her facial inflammation. I had Brooke in there showing her 6 weeks postpartum. And then I had just other little ditties in there, like, you know, bathing suit season's coming. So I ran that just over and over and over. And so people would come, and then I had the pink drink. And so they got to taste that. And then I did have trial packs there. I sold a couple of them, I think. And I was set up in the kitchen, all along the kitchen where the stove was and stuff. I think it would have been a little easier if I was at my own table and, you know, I could have been behind the table talking to people. But anyway, it worked out. I had 2 people that actually we popped over my computer and we signed them up just for a couple products. And then I had a sheet of paper that if people were interested, then they could just sign their name. And every person I asked, are you on Facebook? Because then I got their Facebook name. And I said, okay, I'm going to friend you. So I got their emails, I got their phone numbers, so I could text them, I could email them, and I could friend them on Facebook. And so, you know, just handing out like a business card doesn't do it, because I remember watching a video from Emily Gibson, and she said, I don't do business cards, but she said, the ones I have, she said, if I find somebody, she said, what I do is I flip it over and I have them write their name, their email, their Facebook page, and then I take it and tell them I'm going to call you in a day or two. So I thought that was really a good idea. I had different brochures, people picked that, and then of course we had gift bags. Everybody put something in that. So I had a stick of Slim and then the product brochure that everybody got. So they all went home with that. And then Kim, the girl who it was at her house, she just sent out an email thanking everybody for showing up, and then she had pictures of all of us in that. And so even from that, I had people that were liking me that I hadn't even talked to. So I friended some of them, so I'm just, you know, striking up conversation with them. But I had 5 good potentials, and 2 of them sounded like, yep, I'm ready to jump in. And one lady, I mean, she still is, well, I'm leaving for town. Could you meet me? Do you have any product? You know, all this kind of stuff. And I said, you know what, you're going on vacation. Just wait till you get back, and then we'll get you, you know, settled down. So anyway, it was very interesting. Even the hostess bought some stuff. So anyway, just trying to get new people, and, you know, so it was really fun to do. So it was a giant sip and see, but there were other things to do.
That's awesome, Sandy. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So It's just another way that we can think outside our box, you guys, when we are trying to share the products. Like, so cool that she had that opportunity, and what a blessing that kind of just dropped in your lap, right? That was pretty awesome. So, okay, we have about, I want to keep the meeting to 30 minutes, and then I want to have some time for you guys to ask any questions of me that you might have. Sandy might have to hop off. She has a meeting at 7:30 for her Ruby group, so that's awesome. And Sandy is a senior gold ambassador, so I'm happy to say she worked really hard last month to rank up. So she's one of my 2 senior golds on our team here. So yay, Sandy. Okay, so I want to talk about some current events that are going on right now. We have, hold on, let's see. Okay, I'm going to do something really fast. There we go. Okay, somehow Sandy is still showing. That's all right. Can you guys see me at all? Or okay, great. Okay, so right now we are doing the Belly and Butt Buster Challenge. Are you guys just thumbs up if you guys are in it or you've seen it? Cool. I just looked at it today. I've watched the little workouts that we have, like so awesome. We have fitness, gurus on giving us workouts. And Barbie did hers yesterday. Brooke did hers today. Amazing. And then Lima Ake is Brooke's sister. She's going to be doing one. So they're going to alternate, and those 3 are going to give us 20-minute workouts daily. So the other thing with this challenge, it's focusing on our P96 protein powder. And so you do not have to have this protein powder to participate in the challenge. You actually do not even need to be an ambassador to participate in this challenge. So you guys, if you have any friends or if you have any potentials that, you're just like, hey, come see the support we have, because this is an amazing product. And then combine it with what we're supposed to be doing, right? Eating healthy and exercising. It's all about health and wellness. Plexus is going to get to the root cause of our issues, but we still need to do our part. So I love that our team specifically, because this is driven by our upline, which is Brooke, and the people up above with her. I think it's just awesome how they support us. So exercises, 50 different recipes for our protein powder, which is super cool. We have a vanilla and a chocolate. It's cold pressed whey. You're going to find out more in that challenge. So if you want to be in that challenge, you can actually put a little something in the chat and tell me, add me, or actually what I'm going to say is contact your upline, whoever your sponsor is, and have them add you to the Belly and Butt Buster Challenge. Okay. They're also doing meal plans, which that was kind of a surprise for me, but they are helping us with, vegetarian and, meat eaters kind of meal plans. So to help us get on the right track. And they are talking about like eliminating sugar, because of course sugar causes the yeast to overgrow. It also causes a lot of inflammation in our body. And so what I love about our Slim specifically is that helps us with that detox when we are trying to lose that sugar craving. Like Sandy said, I mean, I'm the same way. I look at chocolate and I don't need it. And before I needed it, it wasn't just like, oh, that would be nice if I had a bite of that chocolate. It was like, out of my way, people, I got to get to my chocolate. So anyway, it's happy to know that chocolate does not control me anymore. So, so invite your team. If you guys have anybody under you and you have a little team, invite your team to the challenge too. If you haven't done that yet, it's not too late. It goes for 2 weeks. I didn't say that yet. 2 weeks is how long the challenge goes for. So, something fun. And then I did want to do a little bit of training here. Like if you're brand new, because I see a lot of phone numbers and I see some people's names that I'm not familiar with. So if you're just a brand new ambassador and you're like, I don't know, I just hopped on, somebody said there was a team meeting tonight. Great. We want to know, I want to just talk to you about following up. What I do for my people when I sign people up, I have a little planner that I put your name in, and then I follow up with you on day 3, 7, 14, 21, and at the end of the month, because it's really important during this time that we're paying special close attention to our new people, because there's a lot of changes that go on, right? Like I had some die off. Everybody can raise their hand. They had some kind of die off, right? Mine was headaches. Mine was gas. Mine was bloating. Week 6, not to scare anybody, I had horrible canker sores in my mouth, like horrible canker sores that I used to suffer from anyway. Like I'd get them off and on during the month. I couldn't have pineapples. Not a lot of pineapple. If I had too much, I knew I messed up because I'd get a canker sore. Teeth whitening toothpaste, I couldn't do that either because of canker sores. So anyway, here comes all the toxins, right? And they talk about that during die-off when all the toxins are coming out. It can actually flare some problems that you've had in the past before they get better. And so for me, oh boy, did it flare. And I was like, this is horrible. But within 2 weeks, they were gone. And guess what? I've not had not one canker sore since then. So I feel like, totally healed from those dang canker sores. And that's a good thing because that was uncomfortable. Let me just read what we said. So Sandy, great point. So we're going to keep in touch every month after that too, because sometimes other things happen. So see, like at week 6 for me, I got these canker sores, but I'm smart enough that I went to my sponsor and I said, hey, have you heard about canker sores? Like what's going on? Because I've never experienced this amount. And so they were able to say, yeah, that is part of the die-off. And they connected me with another person that they knew of that had the same thing as me. Thankfully, that's like, I don't hear that very often at all, but it was like maybe 3 of us that I've heard have had those mouth sores. So anyway, the die-off, not to scare anyone, there's some little things that can happen, but we're here to get you through that. And that's what the follow-up is for, that close contact, that support. It's going to keep people active. It's also another time to say, like, if somebody just signed up for the triplex, which is great, you guys, if that's all you signed up for, perfect. That's actually what I did for my first month. But then each month after that, I added another product. So I was able to see like, oh my gosh, X Factor Plus, hello, why didn't I do that my first month? And then I added Mega X and I'm like, oh my God, I was sleeping great, but Mega X, boom. That just helped me like get the deepest sleep ever. And then my vital biome, oh my goodness, my anxiety in the middle of the afternoon in the ER, heart palpitations, shortness of breath. I was having a panic attack. And as a nurse, I didn't call it that because I just thought something weird's going on with my heart. Well, it was a panic attack. So after taking vital biome for a month, all that, those heart palpitations, the anxiety like that, gone. I say I feel cool as a cucumber in the middle of the afternoon now. I'm not like begging for 7 o'clock to please come because I just can't take it anymore. So I do. I just can get to the end of my day and I feel super great. So anyway, it's just another, oops, uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, there you are. Ah, I lost you for a second. Okay. Sorry, push the wrong button. Okay. So anyway, it's just another great time to like connect with people and talk about products. So let's see what else I wanted to say about that. Oh gosh, when you do your follow-up, you guys, I want you to ask a few questions. It's not just, hey, I'm here. Have you noticed any changes? Because they'll say, no, but you want to ask specifically, like, have you noticed any changes in your mood, your energy, your sleep, your cravings? You want to ask, how are you pooping? This is a big one. Like there's the BioCleanse question that you want them pooping 1 to 3 times daily. Okay. 1 to 3 times daily. That's going to get rid of those toxins. That's going to help that. That is going to help that, get the toxins out and help the die-off not be so bad. And so let's see. Yeah, time to watch for die-off. So I have tons of information on die-off. I think everybody needs to save. Okay, bye, Sandy. Everybody needs to save some Candida die-off articles to your notes on your phone so that you can send that to your new ambassadors because they really need to know that Epsom salt baths helps with detox. 2 to 4 cups helps to pull those toxins. They need to know that, milk thistle is beautiful for helping detox the liver. So if somebody has fatty liver, they need to start on milk thistle before they even get their products. And so all those things are in those die-off recommendations. And so if you need that, again, let your sponsor know. You actually can go on Ohana Plexus and click in there, search for die-off information. It'll come up with all kinds of articles. You can copy and paste. And there's another little secret on Ohana Plexus in the files section. So when you go and look, it's in the files section. It's going to come up with a ton of information to help you support your ambassadors. So there's something there for everybody, okay? Plug your people into groups too. This is another time during this month is like, hey, we're doing a 7-day challenge. Plug them into that 7-day challenge because boy, they're going to learn a ton and you don't have to educate them. But what I did with those 7-day challenges too in the beginning is I copy and pasted everything that was in it and I put it in my notes so that I could share that information when somebody said, what's in the Slim? I'm like, oh, hold on a second. Let me copy and paste and send you that information on Slim. Or why do I need this BioCleanse? Mary just told us why, but gosh, people just think it's their poop pill. It's so much more than that. So plugging people into the groups, we've got the Army of Diamonds thread. So that's a place that I'm trying to make just for our new ambassador, not our new ambassadors, for everybody, but like new ambassadors can be added to that and then just encouraged to ask questions there. So like if you guys aren't available or I'm not available or whatever, we can help answer those questions for people. So I would love for you guys to be involved and definitely active in that thread. I have created another thread off to the side called Business Builders. So it's for people who are really actively working the business so that we can kind of have our incentives and our other conversations over there. So it doesn't make people like, oh my God, what's all this information? I don't want it to be overwhelming. I want it to be the Army of Diamonds page to be a support for you guys. And then also Plexus Transformations, plug them into Plexus Transformations. That's my page along with Barbie Anderson, Corinne, and Danny. So there's 4 of us that run that page and we are responsible to post on there occasionally. So we, there's just product information, kind of little challenges that are coming up we'll put on that page. So, and then if somebody you have on your team is like, no, I'm really interested in working this business, plug them into Ohana because it's a lot of information, but slowly but surely they can dig into Ohana and you can show them the way. There's a lot to be found there. That first steps training is huge. So I want everybody, if you're not in there and you're interested in the business and you're not working on first steps training, you can talk to me, text me privately or ask your sponsor and we'll get you into that first steps training. Okay. And lastly, I just want to tell you guys, we have an incentive running still through the end of April. April 30th is when it expires at midnight Eastern time. So that's like, if you're in California where I am, that's 8:59 that will expire. And I'm giving $40 back on any orders that are over 100 PV. If you have like people who've turned off their order and it's just an incentive to get them back in, you can give them the $40, but they need to order 100 PV or more. Also, if they have less than, let me see, somebody needs to mute themselves. Okay. Yeah, if they're ordering like 24 PV, you can offer them that $40 back. And let me see who, you can offer the $40 back for, if they'll just order up to 100. So they just need to add product to their cart. And I just approach it and say, hey, wouldn't this be fun to just try something new? Here's a ton of products and here's our P96 powder. We're doing this challenge. And they can order some powder, protein powder to get into the challenge. So lots of things, like we can always be inviting and encouraging participation. So the reason why I'm offering these, oh gosh, and another thing, like if you sign up a new ambassador, that welcome pack is 0 points. But in order to get this incentive to them to offer the $40, they need to actually order another 100 points over that welcome pack. But they'll get $40 back. So that's cool. That covers their ambassador fee. Plus they get to like fill their cart with some fun stuff, try a bunch of products, and hopefully love those products or fall in love with a couple of them, and then just add that to their order each month. Because like I said, once I started adding things, I've never taken them away. Like, trust me, they're just awesome. So, so that's the incentive. And then I just wanted, we really have like 3 minutes left, but is there any questions that you guys have? You can certainly put it in the chat. You can unmute yourself and just talk. Anyway, would love to answer those questions for you. Let me see who else is there. No? So, all right, then I'll end it and let you guys know that last week, like literally 1 week ago, we had 16 people on our team, 16 new people starting from April 1st, right? This week, we have a total of 41. So, woo, team. So we're pushing hard for Emerald. I need 30 to 40 people. I'm at 23 right now. So I'm really confident. I feel like that we want to push these incentives, get your white lines turned on. we call them white lines. It used to be a white line in the back office. Now it's not colored at all, but for some reason that name still sticks. But that's those people who just have turned off their order for a month. But I've had great success reaching out to people that I really never thought would turn it on. They turned it on. And so don't be afraid to just ask literally everyone on your list. And that's exactly what I did. And so I've gotten quite a few. And so that's part of my 23. And then also just offering those incentives. People are happy because they really, when they come to you, they're like desperate, ready to go. They want to see some change. So I say, give them the product that they really need from the start. And hopefully that will create retention down the road because they're getting exactly what they need. So anyway, love you guys. I have less than a minute, it says here. It's going to shut me off any second, but I just want to thank you for showing up. You guys are awesome. And I love you all. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.